Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel, I do planner and planner related videos, DIY tutorials, budget videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I load a new video. Commenting, liking, and sharing this on your favorite platform does help my channel grow and would be truly appreciated. All right, I forgot to write down what Vlogmas number this is, but it's Vlogmas. And what I wanted to talk about today in today's Vlogmas post, again, it's before work, so I don't have a lot of time, but it is, coincidentally enough, about finding time. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is the last few months I've been watching some Korean vlogging channels here on YouTube, and I will link some of them below, some of my favorites. There's like 6 or 7 that I've been watching, and I'm loving their channels because they're very relaxing. They show the life of several different younger Korean women who cook, or who craft, or who read, or go out for coffee, or hang out with friends. But it's really more a very simple lifestyle. Their clothing aesthetics go towards the beiges and the browns. Their homes are not full of clutter. Even when they're doing crafting, it's very, I don't want to say simplistic, because that means it's simple, but it's more, I don't know how to explain it. It's more aesthetic, really. I mean, they're making things that they enjoy. They're making things that involve quiet and focus, but they're also making things sheerly for the pleasure of creating. And as someone who does create things, I can really relate to that. But, you know, I do my creating part as sort of a challenge, as sort of an outlet for stress, as a way to put things in my Etsy shop. And for them, it's purely for the pleasure of it. And there is something about that. And I've been on more than one occasion, not so much lately, but when I first started watching these channels, I would get a bit wistful, not envious, because, you know, I am enjoying my life. Sorry for the noise. But a bit wistful that, oh, if I just had the time to craft, or if I just had the time to read, or if, you know, I could, you know, just had the time to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then a snack and watch movies, if I just had the time. And one night it hit me particularly hard, not so much the wistfulness, but sort of the ironic nature of it, because I had literally watched like 4 of this particular person's videos in a row, and her videos run between 15 to 25 minutes. So I had sat there for an hour, and because they're in Korean and some of them are subtitled, because I only watch the ones that have English subtitles, I can't do anything else. With other videos here on YouTube of my planner friends, or crafting channels, cooking channels, or just anything that's spoken in English, I can watch, I can do things, I can listen, but I don't need to be tied 100% to the screen. With this Korean vlogging channels, I have to, because I want to know what's going on, and I have to be able to read what's going on. And it hit me after watching an hour's worth of someone having a very simple, quiet, homebody type of lifestyle that I have the time. Clearly, if I can watch another person over a course of weeks, or however long the vlogs went, read and cook and craft over an hour, I have the time to do things. I have the time to read for the simple enjoyment of it. I have time to craft for the simple enjoyment of it. I have time to cook. I have time to do whatever I want. It's just changing my mindset of what's important, but also what I'm going to spend my time on. Now, around this time, I had watched a vlog by my friend here, Andy, on YouTube, and she has a booktube channel of all things bookish related. And she was vlogging about her current to-be-read books or things like that. And she, in her description box, and I will link her channel because if you are interested, definitely take advantage of her referral links. But she had mentioned a Book of the Month club that she belongs to, because she actually has 2 links in her channels, or at least most of them that I've noticed. It's Scribed and Book of the Month. And I reached out to her. I'm like, I would love to do a buddy read. I've never done a buddy read before. I've told myself that I just don't have time to read a book because of, you know, I'm so busy. But clearly I'm not. Clearly, if I can spend an hour watching Korean women cook Korean food and read Korean books and do all that, I have time. I do have time. And she agreed, and I'm so thankful for that. And she was actually really sweet because she knows that the holiday season is pretty busy for me, and so she was willing to table our book read until next year. But it was a book that she's really wanted to read, and now that I have it and I've been reading part of it, I'm so glad that this is the one we are choosing. But the book that we're reading together, and I don't know that I'm going to reference this in any other time or any other video other than the tracker or trackers that I'm going to do in my Happy Nietzsche. But the book that we're reading together is Fireborn. Look, I'm a booktube channel. I'm not. By Rosaria Munda. Rosaria Munda. Oh, my hair is not that cute. And so over the next 4 weeks, we're going to be reading 5 chapters a week, and then we email each other our thoughts. Again, never done a buddy read before. I used to be an avid reader. But when my sister passed, that sort of fell by the wayside for a couple of reasons. One, because we used to not so much buddy read, but I'd read the book and then she'd read the book and then she'd kind of want to talk about it. I'm a skimmer. So I'll skim through the story because I want to know what happens and I want to get to the end. And she is a word by word reader. And so sometimes she would talk to me and like, oh, really? Did that happen? Oh, I should read that again. Because I'm also a rereader. I like finding new information in the books that I've already read because I enjoy it. And then there's a space issue, just because I prefer physical books over digital or audiobooks. And so eventually there's not enough space. Now this one, I will be keeping, only if for the sentimental reason that this is my very first buddy read with my buddy Andy, but also the way that it's written, although it doesn't say, I'm pretty sure there's going to be other parts to this, and this is definitely a series that I would be interested in. Now, right now, I am on chapter 8, page 188. By the time this video goes up, I think I need to get to chapter 10. I don't know. I have to look at my calendar, but yeah, I am doing this buddy read and I am making the time to do things. I'm making the time to just take some naps. I'm making the time to, well, I do baking every weekend, it seems, during the holiday season, but I definitely need to be more aware of my time, and I don't want to say selectively choosy, because I enjoy watching YouTube videos. I enjoy watching movies on Disney Plus or Amazon Prime or Netflix, which I have access to. But it's really about being more aware of what I'm spending my time on. So if you are busy during this holiday season, carve out 15 minutes, carve out 20 minutes, carve out 30 minutes, or whatever you can. I mean, with me, I'm lucky in that all of my time is my own. I'm not married, I don't have children, so I can choose to do what I want when I want. If you have other people's time constraints on your time, then that could be a lot more difficult to do. But if you are here because you are part of the planning community, then put it in your calendar, put it in your planner, put it in your weekly spread that for 30 minutes on this day, you're gonna do this, whether it's take a walk outside. I mean, I'd never write that down. Go get a coffee, lock yourself in your pantry or your laundry room or in the bathroom for 30 minutes and just read a book, read a magazine, or just do something where you know that this is purely your time to do something that you want. Now, if you can, of course, spend more time, I'd absolutely recommend it. But the busier that I'm getting with the variety of projects that I have, to take some self-time and to just be really okay with that, because sometimes I also struggle with guilt that, I should be just, hustling, when really, I've gone and had burnout before earlier in my career. Luckily, I changed some of my responsibilities and that helped. But I know that burnout's a thing. I do tend to get more tired and more stressed and more irritable. And I know that sometimes when I get too stressed, then it can affect me not just mentally, but it also can affect me emotionally and physically. I actually tend to get more sick, more migraines, things like that. So I really just wanted to talk about the concept of time and how we're spending it. I'm noticing, sorry, that the lights are weird. Again, there's no direct light from outside. It's super early in the morning. But yeah, I'm hoping this vlog makes sense. I'm hoping this vlog just gives you something to think about, especially during the busy holiday season. I want to have a really creative and fun and successful holiday season, but I also want to enjoy it. I don't want it to be such a blur of activities that I forget the reason for the season. If that makes any sense. Right, guys, that's it for me for now. Let me know what you would schedule some time to do for. No, that's a weird sentence. If you could carve out an hour or 30 minutes, what would you do? All right, guys, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.